Hello, Marco Phil here, Honors Coordinator for the North American Division. I want to give you another way to learn and earn honors at home. This one that I want to show you today is good for things like the trees, shrubs, and flowers kind of honors. It also would work for identifying birds, and I believe, mammals as well. It doesn't work for rocks and minerals. I've tried that. What's this app, you may ask? It's called iNaturalist, and it's available for both iPhone and Android. Now here's the first step, and it's going to take two parts of the video to show you how it works, because I need to use a screencast to show you the actual screen. But first I want to show you just the easy part, going outside in your backyard. I am in my backyard, right outside my house, so I'm obeying all those governor's stay-at-home orders. I'm inside my backyard. But my backyard has quite a few things, even more than I thought it would. Check this out. First thing, I just choose my camera app on my phone, and I'm going to go up to this tree, and I want to see the little buds right there, and the leaves. I want to take a picture relatively close that gets the bud and the leaves. And I'm just going to take the picture now. I'll come back later and do the iNaturalist thing. Okay, headed over to another bush that's in my backyard. I already know it's a bamboo, but I want to see if iNaturalist knows that. Okay, and in this shot, I'm wanting to get some of that wonderful bamboo stem that helps identify. So like if you're taking a picture of a tree and leaf and bark, if it's a leaf that looks really, really common, you want to try to get some of the bark in the same picture, or take a second picture and upload both of them. But see that bark? So I want to zoom in here and take a picture with the leaves and the stem. Now we'll come back later to iNaturalist and I'll show you how it works. Now over here, it even works on domestic flowers. So I'm going to take a picture of a domestic flower that I planted a couple of years ago, and that is my daffodils. So all I have to do is zoom in here and take a picture of my daffodil. Then I'm headed across my yard. There's a special bush over there that's very different from anything else in the backyard. It's a holly bush, but we can probably figure out which kind of holly bush. See the pokey edge leaves right there? I'm going to make sure I can see some pokey edges. Boom. I'm also going to take a second picture of the bark, just in case that's helpful for identification. Okay, that's this part here. Obviously I could take other things in the backyard. I was noticing there's moss over there. There's another bush. There's several other different types of grass. It doesn't matter. But what is really cool is all kinds of things are available even in your backyard to identify for Pathfinder Honors. See you on the next video. Hello, Marco Phil with part 2 of your iNaturalist program training. I'm going to try to help you use iNaturalist, available for both Droid and iPhone, to identify flowers, leaves, fungus, bugs that might be visible around your home right now while you're stuck at home during this COVID-19 crisis. Okay, so here's how to do it. iNaturalist, once you've downloaded the app, you will need a login to create an account. That way you can keep track of life lists. Check with your dad or mom. If you're a Pathfinder, staff members warn the Pathfinders to download the app and create an account before you get together to do your training or experience together. Open up the app, and you can see that I've been doing this for a while. I have 80 observations so far. Found this last fall and have just been loving it. So let's do this. Go to the button at the bottom that says Observe. It's got the camera. Push that. And then I'm just staring at my wall right now. You could be doing this in the field and making these observations right after you're standing on top of the flower. You can take the picture with the green button, have the leaves and bark right there, take a picture with the green button. But I did all that before, so I'm going to go to the little cameras icon in the lower right hand corner. Going to go to recents. See the yellow flower that shows up there on the left and center part of my screens? I'm going to choose that flower. I'm going to notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 petals and some junk in the middle and some ovate shaped petals. Make that observation. Hit the plus icon next to the picture. Choose other pictures that are of the same flower but slightly different angles. Notice how that shows up at the top there. I have found that when it has several photos to do its data inquiry with, that it gives me better results. Notice right below those pictures is a what did you see line with a question mark to the left and a little arrow to the right. I'm going to choose the arrow to the right to view its suggestions on what this flower might be. They say that they're not confident enough to make a recommendation, but here are their top 10 suggestions. Their number 1 suggestion is the lesser celandine. I want to hit the blue I button, info button. Their picture shows up at the top. I can tap that picture, zoom in to look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9 petals and a blot of pistils and stamen stuff in the middle. Ovate leaves like I was noticing on my photo. My guess is my flowers were not open quite as much because it was a rainy-ish day. So yeah, that looks like my picture. I want to go double check and look at its next suggestion. So I'm going to hit the I for marsh marigold. And go, man, no, there's only 5 petals, not nearly as much stuff in the middle. Obviously related, but that oval-shaped leaf even looks different. Nope, not that one. So then I want to choose lesser celandine, tap on the actual word. Notice it now shows up where the question mark had been. There are also some notes about where I did the discovery. That's based on the GPS system in my phone. Yeah, you'll need to have GPS turned on your phone. That's the only way that it will work to help identify things. Then I push the button share. And it's going to share my observation with other people. You can tell that I've done that one before. Let's do another observation. I don't have to wait for it to upload. Hit my photos, my recents. Let's do the blue and purple flower. I found this one in the front yard of the neighbor 3 doors down as I was walking my dog yesterday afternoon. I got a pretty good photo that has the flowers as well as the types of leaves that look like they were part of the plant. Go next. What did you see? Hit the right-hand arrow. We're pretty sure that it's in the genus Scilla. So that's just the genus. Then it has some suggestions on which specific flower it might be. And it has Forbes and Boy's Ears as 2 top options. Let's look at Forbes first. Hit the blue eye. Okay, make some observations. What do you think? Then let's hit the Boy's Ears info. Okay, see those 2 pictures? Now the other thing is go down to the map and go, okay, Boy's Ears is in this area. And go back to the Forbes, and Forbes is in this area, but it's also over in Europe. Read some descriptions if you need to. They look very similar, don't they? Go back and look at my photo. Well, I happen to know that it's boy's ears, but if you're not for sure, just choose the family, the genus. I'm going to select boy's ears and then press share. Now the cool thing is you can do this for flowers, for trees, for fungus, for bugs, for birds, for mammals, if you can have one stand still enough to take a picture with an iPhone or a Droid phone. But it has all kinds of catalogs based on peer reviews around the world. Now you'll notice that my life list shows all the different observations that I've done. It does not filter out duplicates. It also does not filter it out by, trees in one list and flowers in another list and bugs in another list. It's simply in the order that I entered them into my observation list. You will have to separate it out into the different families for the different honors that you or your group is trying to learn. But this is a great resource to quickly and easily do what those of us who are adults now used to do with a book, and that used to take us 10 or 15 minutes per identification. Even with a careful reading of several of the, quote, top 10 choices, your careful reading will take a lot less time than the old guidebook reading did. Granted, it is sometimes not as precise. Agreed. But in most cases, this method of using iNaturalist will help you and your club or your unit earn several of the nature honors from the safety of their home, but with a community kind of feel. Leaders, here's what my suggestion would be. That you make sure that they download the app, that they've created a login for the app, but then you set a time where you can Zoom conference and you have the Zoom audio going on, and you have this app open, and you collectively, all at the same time, wander around your own backyards, take pictures, do the identification, and let other people see your screen so that they can see what you saw. Make it a community experience on what all of you are experiencing collectively and learning about collectively. Some counselors will say, hey, if one of us found it and shared it with us with Zoom screen, then it counts for all of us if we could all think we could identify it. Others of us will say, hey, let's work with our own life lists and let's spend a little bit of extra time to build that life list. Hey, that's up to the counselor. Whatever works for your counselor group or your club should be appropriate. But hopefully, iNaturalist is a great way to get started to help you earning some of these nature honors. Until next time, have fun earning honors. This is Marco Phil. We'll talk to you again next time. Your NAD Honors Task Force Chair and one who loves earning honors. See you next time.